Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So in this video I'm going to be showing you how to mark your basic top. So please ensure you watch to the end and like my video. Thank you. So we are going to be looking at the measurements needed for this basic top. So these are the measurements we need for our basic top: the shoulder 16 inches, the bust which is 36, the under bust 30, and the point which is 13, then the half cut 28, and the point which is 16. So we'll go to our calculation right now. Okay, so like I said before, that we'll use the biggest part of our measurement to get the block width, that's our fold, to get our fold. So in our measurement you can see that the bust is the biggest part here, which is 36 inches. So 36 inches divided by 4 is 9, and plus 2 inches seam allowance, which is 11. So this is our block width. Then to get our block length, is the half cut point plus 1 inches, so which is 16 plus 1, which gives us 17. So this is now our block length, which is 17, and our block width is 11 inches. So also we divide our under bust by 4, which is 7.5, then plus our 2 inches seam allowance, which is 9.5. Then also the half cut, we divide it by 4, which is 28 inches divided by 4, which is a 7, plus 2 inches seam allowance. Then, so these are the measurements we are using. Okay, so I'm going to be folding with this pattern paper now. So since we've done our calculation, I'll just go right away and fold. Okay, now I have my 11 inches. So this is 11 inches which are folded. So I'll go straight away and start marking the points. So the first point I'm marking now is my bust point, which is 8.5 inches. So I'll mark the under bust point, which is 13 inches. Then I'll add an extra half inches for for allowance. So because I'm going to be sewing the shoulder by half an inch, so I'm just going to add the half inch here. So the under bust is now 13.5. So I'll mark the half cut point, which is 16 inches, and plus 1, which is 17 inches. So I'll repeat the same thing here. So I'll go ahead and connect the lines together. Okay, so I'm done connecting the lines. So the next thing I'm going to mark now is my shoulder. So our shoulder is 16 inches. So 16 inches divided by 2, which is 8 inches, and plus half an inch, which is 8.5. So I'll just mark here. I'll repeat the same thing here as well. Okay, now connect the lines together. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do now is to mark the neck of the dress. So a standard neck measurement is 3 inches by 4. 3 by 4 inches. The width is 3 inches and the depth is 4 inches. So I'm just going to mark it now. The width is 3 and the depth is 4. So I'll connect the lines together. So this is what I have. So now we are going to slope the shoulder by 1 inches. You know our shoulder is not entirely straight, so it's kind of sloping. So I'm going to slant the shoulder with 1 inch. Okay, so this is it. So now the next thing I'm going to be doing is to start applying our round measurements. I'm going to start applying the round measurements now. So the bust is 36 inches divided by 2. Divide by 4. So we have 9 inches and plus 2 inches, which is 11. So this is my 9 inches and the 2 inches seam allowance. We have 11. So the under bust round measurement is 30. So 30 divided by 4, we have, okay, 30 divided by 4, we have 7.5. So I'll mark it here. Then plus the 2 inches seam allowance, which is this. So to the half cut, which is 28. So divide by 4, we have 7 inches. And plus our 2 inches seam allowance. Okay, so I'm going to just connect the lines together. Okay, so now I have the lines connected. So now I'm going to be giving a curve to my armhole. The armhole is the armpit. So I'm I'm just going to place my tape now and measure from the shoulder to the bust line. So whatever I have here, I'll divide it by 2. So here I have 8.5 inches. So I'm going to divide it by 2. So I place my tape on the shoulder to the bust line. So whatever I have, I divide by 2. So now I have 8.5 inches here. So I'm going to divide it by 2, which is okay, 4.2. So I'll just mark it here. So now this point where I mark my 4.5, this is the middle point. So I'm going to take it in by half an inch. Okay. So I'll connect right from the shoulder slant to that point where I have the half inches. Right from the shoulder slant to that point. Okay, now this is what I have. So I'm just going to gently use my free hands to curve the armhole. I'm not using a ruler for this, I'm just using my free hand. I prefer using my free hand to sketch it. Okay, so this is it. So this is the armpit, which is the armhole. So this is the neck, the bust line, the under bust line, and the half cut line. So this is the shoulder. So I'm just going to shape in the neck now. So this is what I have here. So these are front pieces. So it's ready. I'm just going to cut it out now. Okay. Okay, so we have the bust line, the under bust line, and the half cut line. Okay, so our front piece is ready. So now we are just going to cut the back. So we're going to cut the back. Okay, now I have my back folded already and I've marked my points mark my point. So I added 1 inches for the zip at the back. So this is the 1 inches for the zip. So I just marked it and drew the line out. So this is my zip allowance for the back. So the difference between the front and the back is just this zip allowance that I added, which is the 1 inch for the zip. So it's just these 1 inches that I add. So every other thing is the same thing. The same way I mark the front is the same way I'm going to mark the back again. So I'm just going to continue now and mark the shoulder line, then apply my round measurement. So as you can see, I'm starting the measurement from this line. I did not mark from here. So this is where I place my tape. Can you see? Okay, so this is where I place my tape. Okay, now I'm applying the round measurements. Okay, so this is it. Like I said, the difference between the front and the back is just the zip allowance. You can see it's the same thing I did at the front that I did here again. So the difference is just the zip allowance and the probably the neckline. So you can also you can decide to give make the back neck as deep as the back, or even deeper sorry, as deep as the front, or even deeper than the front neck. But for this, I'm just going to be using 1 inches for the back neck. So I'll connect it. Okay, so we have our back ready. Like I said, the difference between the front neck, sorry, the front um, piece and the back piece is just the zip allowance that I added. So this is just the difference between the front and the back, the zip allowance. Okay, so this is the zip allowance, and also the neck depth is not as deep as the front neck, so I used 1 inches for the front, for the back neck. So I just use 1 inches for the depth. So this is the back piece, so we are just going to cut it out now. So we have the back piece and the front piece. So this is the front. You can see that it's the same thing here. Okay, so this is the back with the zip allowance, and the neck is 1 inches in the front. So I'm just going to write on it the front piece and the back. So this is the front and the back. Okay, so in our next tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to cut out the neck, and also I'm going to be showing you how to mark out your dart. So for this piece, we don't have any dart yet. There's no dart. This is just a plain surface. So in our next tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to do that. Thank you and thanks for watching. Bye.